Money makes money, or the rich gets richer. Well, there is a reason those sayings exist. The more money you have, the easier it is to grow your wealth. I'm a qualified accountant over 20 years experience, and today I'm pulling back the curtain to explain exactly why your net worth skyrockets once you hit 100k, and more importantly, how you can break through that milestone. I will share the tips you need to stop spinning your wheels and start focusing on what really matters for your financial growth. Why does your net worth explode at 100k? People think that hitting 100k gives you special access to better opportunities like a golden ticket to elite investments. But that's not the whole story. Yes, bigger investments can bring higher returns, but there is more going on behind the scenes. Two powerful factors kick in once you reach 100k, and neither has anything to do with secret opportunities. These factors work for anyone, and I will show you exactly how they fuel your wealth growth. Number one, the scale of capital. Let's look at a 8% return on different investments. If you invest $1,000, after a year that becomes 1,080, you have made $80 in interest income. Now, if you invest $10,000, that same 8% return gives you $800 in interest, and with $100,000 invested, that 8% return earns you 8,000 interest income. Same percentage return, different results. Because the more you invest, the more your money works for you. And as your investment grows, the absolute returns multiply. This is how wealth starts to snowball. Number two, compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world. This is the second key secret, and this is where things get exciting. With compound interest, you are not just earning money on your initial investment, you are earning money on the interest that your money has already made. This creates a snowball effect that accelerates over time. Here is a quick example. If you save $1,000 every month with an 8% return, after 7 years, you will hit 100k. That is the slow part. But to get the next 100k, that will take just 4 years, almost half the time. And the next 100k after that will take just 3 years. As your money works for you and your interest earns interest, your wealth grows exponentially. The biggest challenge is at the start. Now, here is where many people get stuck. The hardest part of building wealth is at the beginning. It can feel like you are doing all the heavy lifting because compound interest has not kicked in yet. That is why so much personal finance advice is about saving every penny and cutting costs. It is because early on, every little win counts. But once you hit that 100k milestone, everything starts to add up faster and the journey becomes much more smoother. So, how to reach 100k faster? How can you make sure you don't get left behind if you have not reached that 100k yet? Here are two accountant approved strategies to accelerate your path. Tip number one, timing the market is greater than timing the market. Increase the time you invest. Let's say you are earning $60,000 a year and investing 20% of that. That is $12,000 a year. In 23 years with an 8% return, you would have about $730,000. But if you just add 4 more years of investing, you will hit $1 million. The biggest gains happens at the journey's end. So starting early is key. Even if you are starting small, time is your greatest friend. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting for you. Tip number 2, increase what you can invest. Increase the amount you invest. It doesn't matter if you are not starting with 100K. You don't need to focus on what you can contribute each month. For example, if you are investing $200 a month for 30 years at 10%, you would end up with just under 400K. But if you can increase that to $400 a month, you are now looking at over $800K. Don't get hung up on trying to find the perfect investment with a slightly higher return. Focus on earning more in your day-to-day life, whether that is through negotiating a better salary, starting a side hustle, or investing together with your partner. Increasing the amount you can invest consistently is the real game changer. Remember, building wealth is not about chasing that perfect stock or investment. It is about increasing the amount you invest and giving your money enough time to grow. If you're watching this and thinking, that is great, but how do I get started? So don't wait until you have $100K to start building wealth. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your net worth grow. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos on how high income skills you can start learning today.